History has shown that economic downturns can severely impact nations, leading to hyperinflation, unemployment, and widespread financial instability. The 2008 global financial crisis serves as an example of how a banking and housing market collapse can have far-reaching consequences. Natural disasters, earthquakes, hurricanes, tsunamis, and wildfires can cause significant damage to infrastructure, disrupt supply chains, and strain emergency response systems. Hurricane Katrina in 2005 showcased the devastation and challenges that natural disasters can pose to a country. Political instability and civil unrest, political upheavals, coups, and social unrest can create an atmosphere of uncertainty and disrupt governance, leading to chaos and instability within a nation. The Arab Spring, which began in 2010, spread across several countries in the Middle East, leading to major political transformations and instability. Pandemics or health emergencies, highly contagious diseases and global health crises, such as the COVID-19 pandemic, can overwhelm healthcare systems and economies, impacting daily life and causing widespread disruption. Cyber attacks and infrastructure failures. In an increasingly connected world, cyber attacks targeting critical infrastructure, such as power grids or communication networks, could disrupt essential services and create chaos. Energy crises and fuel shortages. Reliance on finite energy resources and geopolitical tensions can lead to energy crises, affecting transportation, heating, and electricity supply. Assessing local vulnerabilities. Every region faces unique vulnerabilities that can exacerbate the impact of a collapse. Here are some factors to consider when assessing local risks. Analyzing historical patterns and regional risks. Researching historical events and their consequences in the region can provide valuable insights into potential threats. Understanding local supply chains and dependencies. Identifying the supply chains that provide essential goods and services to the region can help anticipate potential shortages during a crisis. Identifying critical infrastructure and potential weak points. Recognizing critical infrastructure vulnerable to disruptions, such as power plants, water treatment facilities, and transportation hubs, can inform preparedness strategies. Real-world example: Puerto Rico. An island territory of the United States, faced a significant collapse after Hurricane Maria struck in 2017. The hurricane caused widespread damage to infrastructure, including the power grid, leading to prolonged blackouts and shortages of essential supplies. The disaster highlighted the vulnerabilities of the island's infrastructure and the importance of being prepared for such events. Creating a personal emergency plan. Having a well-thought-out emergency plan is crucial for effectively navigating a collapse scenario. Here are practical steps to develop such a plan. Family emergency meetings and communication protocols. Gather all family members and discuss potential scenarios, outlining how you will communicate and regroup during an emergency. Real-world example: during the California wildfires of 2018. Families faced sudden evacuation orders, making communication challenging. Having predetermined meeting points and communication channels would have eased the process of ensuring everyone's safety. Evacuation routes and shelter options. Identify primary and alternative evacuation routes from your home or workplace, taking into account potential blockages or dangers. Real-world example: in 2005, Hurricane Katrina forced thousands of residents in New Orleans to seek refuge. Many were unprepared and lacked knowledge of evacuation routes, leading to life-threatening situations. Establishing roles and responsibilities. Assign specific tasks to family members based on their strengths and abilities to ensure a coordinated response. Real-world example: in the aftermath of the 2011 Tohoku earthquake and tsunami in Japan, designated roles and responsibilities were crucial for efficient search and rescue operations and distributing aid. Building a stockpile. Having a well-stocked supply of essential items is vital for surviving a national collapse. Here's how to build and manage such a stockpile. Essential supplies and prioritization. Stock up on non-perishable food items such as canned goods, dried fruits, nuts, and freeze-dried foods. Consider nutritional value and caloric intake when selecting supplies. Real-world example: in Venezuela, an ongoing economic crisis has resulted in food shortages and hyperinflation. Those who had prepared long-lasting food supplies found themselves better equipped to endure the hardships. Rotating supplies and managing expiry dates. Regularly check and rotate stockpile items to ensure freshness and usability. Consume and replace items nearing their expiration dates. Real-world example: during the COVID-19 pandemic, many people stocked up on perishable items, leading to food waste as they exceeded their expiry dates. Financial preparedness. Financial preparedness is a critical aspect of surviving a national collapse, as traditional financial systems may become unreliable. Here's how to safeguard your finances and access funds when needed. Cash reserves and bartering items. Keep a stash of cash in small denominations in a secure location, as ATMs and credit card systems may be inaccessible. Additionally, identify valuable bartering items like batteries, medical supplies, or fuel that could be used as currency in a collapse scenario. Real-world example: during the economic collapse in Greece in 2015, the banking system faced a shutdown, and citizens had limited access to their funds. Having cash on hand and valuable bartering items would have been beneficial for individuals facing financial constraints. Protecting and accessing assets. Safeguard important documents like identification papers, insurance policies, and property deeds in waterproof containers. Explore alternative ways to access your assets, such as keeping photocopies of critical documents or setting up joint accounts with trusted family members or friends. Real-world example: in the aftermath of Hurricane Katrina, many residents lost access to their bank accounts and essential documents due to flooding and damage. Having protected copies of critical documents would have facilitated the recovery process. Shelter and safe spaces. Your home should be a secure and safe space during a collapse scenario. Take measures to enhance its security and identify temporary safe locations if evacuation is not possible. Home security measures. Reinforce doors and windows with heavy-duty locks and metal reinforcements to deter potential intruders. Installing security cameras and motion-activated lights can also serve as effective deterrents. Real-world example: home burglaries and looting incidents tend to increase during emergencies and disasters when law enforcement may be overwhelmed, as witnessed in various regions affected by natural disasters. Securing temporary shelter. Identify nearby locations that could serve as temporary refuge if evacuation is not possible or safe. Consider the structural integrity and accessibility of these locations when making your decisions. Real-world example: in regions with high-risk natural disasters like tornadoes or earthquakes, having designated storm shelters or reinforced safe rooms can significantly increase survival rates. Understanding the potential risks that can lead to a national collapse and taking proactive measures to prepare for such scenarios can significantly improve your chances of survival. Identifying triggers and local vulnerabilities, creating a comprehensive personal emergency plan. Building a well-managed stockpile, ensuring financial preparedness, and securing your shelter are crucial steps in achieving overall emergency preparedness. By learning from real-world examples and taking the time to educate ourselves and our families, we can foster resilience.